Hi, I'm Brad Hennings, partner at CCK Law and a former veterans law judge. VA ratings for mental health conditions require showing occupational and social impairment. I've seen this phrase cause a lot of confusion, so today I'll explain exactly what it means. When VA rates service-connected mental health conditions, it uses the general rating formula for mental disorders found in the Code of Federal Regulations at 38 CFR Section 4.130. That same formula covers depression, anxiety, PTSD, and most other service-connected mental health conditions. The formula sets ratings at 6 levels: 0, 10, 30, 50, 70, and 100%. Here's the key point. Every one of those levels is defined by the same thing: the degree of occupational and social impairment. So what does that phrase mean? In plain terms, occupational impairment is how much your condition limits your ability to work, to hold a job, stay productive, and get along with coworkers. Social impairment is how much it limits your relationships with family, with friends, and in your community. VA is measuring how far your symptoms reach into both of those areas. Now, here's where many veterans get tripped up. Each rating level lists example symptoms. People read that list like a checklist. They assume that if they don't have those exact symptoms, they can't qualify for that rating. That's not how the law works here. The Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims settled this in Mauerhan v. Principi, decided in 2002. The court held that the listed symptoms are not intended to constitute an exhaustive list, but rather are to serve as examples. The phrase "such symptoms as" just means "for example." A veteran does not need to show all, most, or even some of the exact symptoms listed to earn a given rating. What controls is the overall picture. VA has to weigh all the evidence that bears on your social and occupational impairment and then assign the rating that most closely reflects how impaired you actually are. The examples still matter. They signal the level of severity VA has in mind, but they do not limit you to that list. You can use statements from yourself or others to provide any examples of struggling to maintain a job or relationships for psychological reasons. That brings us to the top of the scale. A 100% rating requires total occupational and social impairment. That is the highest level, when your condition leaves you unable to function both at work and in your personal life. The regulation offers examples like serious problems with thought or communication, or being unable to manage basic daily activities. But again, under Mauerhan, those are examples. The real question is whether your overall impairment is total. This isn't just about having trouble at work or home, but suffering profound impairment in employment and relationships. If you believe VA has rated your mental health too low, you don't have to navigate the appeal alone. At CCK, we have decades of experience handling complex VA disability appeals. Please reach out. Thanks for watching.